శ్రీకాకుళం జిల్లా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్రం పైడి విశ్వేశ్వరరావు ఏపీ హైకోర్టు న్యాయవాది మరియు సామాజిక కార్యకర్త భారత నావికాదళ మాజీ సైనికుడు 4 మే 2024న 10:30 గంటలకు శ్రీకాకుళంలోని తన లా ఛాంబర్స్ జూమ్ సమావేశంపై ఆర్టీఐ చట్టం 2005పై సెమినార్ అవగాహన కార్యక్రమం నిర్వహించారు. వివిధ రంగాల వీక్షకులు, దేశవ్యాప్తంగా ఉన్న నిపుణులు, విద్యార్థులు, ఉపాధ్యాయులు, రిటైర్డ్ సీనియర్ పోలీస్ అధికారులు, సివిల్ సర్వీస్ ఆశావాదులు, న్యాయవాదులు, వైద్యులు తదితరులు ఎక్స్మ్యాన్ సర్వీస్ పౌరులతో సహా కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొన్నారు.
In an envelope without actually mentioning the RTI on the envelope, or else we may also create one small stamp. See that RTI Act stamp. So whenever we send an application to the respective authorities, we can stamp on them so that it looks good also. And at the first impression of receiving letters, the receiving authority will deem it think that it is an RTI application and it has to be dealt cautiously. Now, mode of applying the RTI. There are few modes through which one can apply the RTI. We can use emails for seeking information. We can seek information through a digital platform. There are several organizations which have established an RTI portal in the department where we can seek the information, simultaneously paying the RTI fees. And wherever it is not easily accessible, one can also seek the information by sending postal covers, by paying requisite fees, minimum of 10 rupees. For below poverty line, it is free of cost. They can obtain all the information free of cost. And in the same application also, one can mention in what mode they want to receive the information by paying appropriate fees, either by post, by digital, or through email. It is one of the aspects. First of all, now we have finished the aspect, simple procedure how to write an application letter. Now whoever wants any kind of information from a particular department, RTI legislation is a beautiful legislation that has mandated every department section in state government and central government to designate one PIO, CPIO and APIO. So whenever we want an information from a section, we must address it to the respective authorities seeking an information. At the same time, I would like to also mention here, a strong RTI application reflects a strong set of mental thinking. So our RTI application should not be weak. It should be strong. It should be strong. It should be precise. And it should not be lengthy one. The questions should not be repeated one. So now the first point is, whenever we make an application to the RTI officer, we must receive the reply. RTI officer is mandated to reply within a time frame of 30 days. If the information seeker is not satisfied with the kind of reply he has received from the department, he can appeal to the first appellate authority. Every district has designated one first appellate authority. We can appeal on two grounds. First, if you doesn't receive the reply information in time. Second, if you are dissatisfied with the standard of reply, you can apply to the first appellate authority. And first appellate authority would have to dispose of the same application within a period of 30 days. Again, if you are also not satisfied with the reply or the standard of information from the appellate authority, we can appeal to the second appellate authority. And second appellate authority is none other than the State Information Commissioner or the Central Information Commissioner. And the replies, orders given by the State Information Commissioner and Central Information Commissioner is final and binding. However, one can approach High Court and Honorable Supreme Court under Article 226 and 32 of the Constitution of India, if at all not satisfied with the standard of order and the reply given by State Information Commissioner and Central Information Commissioner. Now I would like to inform the audience that any material in any of the following may be like records. What does information mean? Records, documents, memos, opinions and advices, press releases, circulars, orders, logbooks, contracts, tenders, or government which have entered into any kind of agreement with any private or third entity. Data material held in any electronic form and information related to any private body which can be accessed by public authority is being regarded as information. Where does the need of RTI arise? The intention of RTI has risen from the core fact of the democracy. The main principles of democracy is the free flow of information, is the freedom of information. Today, if our democracy is surviving, one of the main aspects is freedom of information. Unless the government and the ruling dispensation does not inform about its proceedings, the happenings in the government to the general public, how can general public would be aware of what the government is doing? So need of an RTI is to create an awareness among the people, to promote openness, transparency, accountability in the working of every government functionary, reduce corruption, prevent administrative arbitrariness, bridging the gap between the providers and the citizens. And the main aspect of an RTI is make citizens part of a decision making and strengthen the democracy by free flow of information. And the fees is a very nominal one. The fees is a very nominal one. For seeking an information under RTI Act, we need to just pay an application fee of ₹10 in any form, whether judicial or non-judicial stamps, or else the Honorable High Court and Supreme Court has interpreted in different ways, enabling every citizen to seek information, that if an RTI seeker is not available with any kind of information, may also put sum of ₹10 in the same envelope, and APIO, CPIO and PIO are obligated treat it to be the fees has been paid. Now, in order to make citizens more responsible and also to create a healthy environment in the government, it is not that all that one can seek every information. We can seek information, but with reasonable restriction. Any information which is being sought by the citizen it must be any information a citizen is seeking, it must be
జూమ్ కాన్ఫరెన్స్ ఉంటేను మాట్లాడుతున్నాను.
it must be very reasonable. Like
not casual.
we should not seek any information or a public authority under RTA Act is not obligated to give information which hampers sovereignty, security, integrity of the nation, which may put the relations of two nations at danger. So the public information officer is not obligated to give such kind of information. And exempted organizations are Intelligence Bureau, Raw of the Cabinet Secretary, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, Central Economic Intelligence Bureau, Directorate of Enforcement, Narcotics Control Bureau, Aviation Research Center, Special Frontier Force, Armed Forces, including paramilitary forces like BSF, CRPF, ITBP, CIF, CISF, NSG, and other paramilitary organizations. Because there are some information which may hamper the sovereignty, integrity, and security of the nations. Under this ground, one is not obligated to disclose the information. However, there are so many complaints have been received by the citizens that authorities of armed forces authorities or paramilitary authorities, they say that their officers sometimes, when they doesn't want to give an information, they put under this clamp, telling this information is exempted. But I would like to mention here is that whenever you feel that the information is actually which you have sought is not hampering the security, sovereignty, or integrity of the nation, however you are denied, you must appeal to the first appellate authority. I have been receiving so many complaints from the citizens and my dear friends and ladies and gentlemen. One thing, some people are with the apprehension that once they receive an information from the PIO and they are not satisfied, they don't appeal. We must appeal. Because PIO in his wisdom might have felt that he should not give the information. This is the reason why RTA has an appellate provision. Whenever you are not happy, you are not satisfied, and when you feel that the information which you have sought is of a public importance,